In this video, I am going to explain nodal analysis. When to apply nodal analysis? When number of nodes in a circuit increases, then you apply nodal analysis. Okay, this is the example problem we are solving with nodal analysis. This circuit is having 5 elements, 3 resistors and 2 current sources. These are the steps you have to follow while you are doing nodal analysis. Step 1. Identify the number of nodes in a circuit. Step 2. Choose the reference node. So we have to choose reference node potential is 0 volts. Step 3. Assign the node voltages with respect to reference node. Step 4. At each node, write the nodal equations by applying KCL first and Ohm's law next. Okay, fourth point is a very important. At each node, write the nodal equations by applying KCL first and Ohm's law next. Okay, this is nothing but nodal analysis is equal to KCL plus Ohm's law. How to choose reference node? Okay, in a circuit we are having many number of nodes. Okay, in those nodes, which node I have to choose as reference node? Okay, these are the 3 steps you have to follow while choosing reference node. Suppose if there is a ground node, select it as a reference node. Okay, if there is a ground node, by default you can select it as a reference node. What is the step 2? While you have to choose reference node, always choose reference node as a most number of elements are connected to it. Okay, in a circuit, the node which is connected to more number of elements, that node you have to select as a reference node. Step 3. Suppose in a circuit, if no explicit ground is noted, generally bottom node of a circuit is selected as reference node. Let us suppose in the circuit given there is no explicit ground is noted, then you have to choose bottom node of a circuit is selected as reference node. Okay, this is the circuit we are going to solve by using nodal analysis. This circuit is having 5 elements and the number of nodes in a circuit are 3. So what is node? The node is a point of interconnection of elements. Okay, let us suppose here I marked node 1. To this node 1, 3 elements are connected. Okay, now come to node 2, 3 elements are connected. Now come to node 3, 4 elements are connected. Here in this circuit, node 3 is having more number of elements connected to it. Okay, this is the step 1. You have to identify what are the number of nodes in a circuit. Okay, so already I defined what do you mean by node. It is a point at which 2 or more elements are connected. At which 2 or more elements are connected. So this circuit is having 3 nodes. Now what is the step 2? So the circuit is having 3 nodes. You have to choose one node as the reference node. So I am choosing here node 3 as reference node. Why? Because this node 3 is having more number of elements connected to it. Okay, this is the step 2, choosing reference node. Now what is the node 3? What is the step 3? Assign the node voltages with respect to reference node. Okay, here I am assigning node 1 voltage to be V1 volts with respect to reference node, and node 2 voltage is V2 volts with respect to this reference node. Okay, always reference node voltage is at 0 volts. Okay, this is the step 3. Now what is the step 4? Okay, this is the final step. Remember, nodal analysis is nothing but KCL plus Ohm's law. Okay, this thing you have to keep in your mind. Nodal analysis means KCL plus Ohm's law. First I apply KCL, then I apply Ohm's law. Okay, now moving to step 4. First I write nodal equation at 1. Okay, while you are writing nodal equation at node 1, you have to assume V1 is greater than 0 volts and V1 is greater than V2 volts. That is, your node voltage is greater than other node voltages. Okay, this is the very important point. Your node voltage is greater than other node voltages. Okay, what is the meaning of this V1 greater than 0 volts and V1 is greater than V2 volts? Implies currents are leaving from node 1. Okay, you know, at node 1 3 elements are connected. So at node 1 we are having 3 currents. Okay, we are assumed V1 is greater than 0 volts, V1 is greater than V2 volts. So currents are leaving from this node 1. Why? Because you know, current is always flows from high potential to low potential. So I have assumed current through 2 ohm is I2 ohms and current through 5 ohm is I5 ohms. Now what is 3.1 amps? It is flowing into the node. Okay, you cannot change the direction of source current. Okay, you kept it as it is. You cannot change the direction of the current. You kept it as it is. So this is KCL. So you are applying now KCL. So what is KCL? Sum of the entering currents at a node are equal to sum of the leaving currents from a node. So what is the entering current from the entering current to this node? 3.1 amps. Okay, entering current equal to leaving current. So what are the leaving currents? One current is I2, another current is I5. Now what is I2 current? So I2 current is current flowing through 2 ohm resistor. Okay, you know, by Ohm's law, V equal to IR, I is equal to V by R. So what is V here? V1 minus 0. V1 minus 0 by what is the value of resistance? 2 ohms. Plus another current is what? I5. Now what is Ohm's law? I is equal to V by R. Now what is the voltage across this 5 ohm resistor? V1 minus V2 divided by 5. Okay, it is nothing but Ohm's law. I5 is equal to voltage by resistance. Voltage is V1 minus V2 by resistance value 5 ohms. Okay, it is equation 1. Now apply nodal analysis at node 2. Write nodal equation at node 2. So what are the assumptions you are doing? Assume V2 is greater than 0, V2 is greater than V1. Means you are writing nodal equation at node 2. So node 2 voltage is V2. So assume your node voltage is greater than other voltages in the circuit. So with that assumption, V2 greater than 0 and V2 is greater than V1. So that implies what? Currents are leaving from node 2. All currents are leaving from node 2. So yet to this node 2, how many elements are connected? 1, 2, 3. 3 elements are connected. Means you have to mention 3 currents. One I1, I5 and another current is source current minus 1.4 amps. Okay, the source current is leaving from node 2. Don't change the direction of source current. You kept it as it is. This is a very important point. So what is KCL? Sum of the entering currents are equal to sum of the leaving currents from a node. So what are the leaving currents from a node? I5, I1 and minus 1.4 amps. What are the entering currents at node 2? There are no entering currents at this node 2. So by Ohm's law, what is I5? I5 is nothing but voltage by resistance. So what is the current through 5 ohm resistance? Voltage by resistance. What is the voltage across 5 ohm resistor? That is nothing but V2 minus V1 by what is the resistance value? 5 ohms. Now come to I1. So this is the current flowing through 1 ohm resistor. What is I1 here? V2 minus 0 by 1. I1 is nothing but voltage by resistance. What is the voltage across this 1 ohm? V2 minus 0 by 1. Now another leaving current is minus 1.4 amps. Okay, plus minus 1.4 amps. Okay, or you can directly write it as minus 1.4, which is equal to 0. Okay, this is the step 4. Okay, solving the above equations, we get V1 is equal to 5 volts, V2 is equal to 2 volts. Okay, solving the equations is very easy. You solve these equations. V1 is equal to 5 volts, V2 is equal to 2 volts. Okay, these are the node voltages we assume. So once node voltages are known, we can determine current through or voltage across any element. Okay, this is the important point. Once node voltages are known, we can determine current through or voltage across any element. Okay, that is the ultimate goal of nodal analysis. You have to determine current through or voltage across any element. Okay, that is simply done by nodal analysis. Remember, this nodal analysis is applied whenever the number of nodes in a circuit are increases. So how many number of nodal equations we have to write? Okay, read this note. An n-node circuit requires n minus 1 nodal equations. Why? Because you are choosing one node as reference node whose voltage is 0 volts, so that you are getting only n minus 1 nodal equations. Okay, thank you.